the betting, the not so much anymore, is more down to my own fault. I need to get studying again to get the edge back. But yeah, it's a great product. I love the exchange. It's really, in my opinion, one of the better bookmakers, if not the best bookmaker out there.
It's time now to talk about the sixth race, which is the Gallop TV merit-rated 72 handicap over 1,400 metres, 1.4 kilometres. 25 past 3 is the off time, and if you look at the official winning form, various publications, there's of course Gallop form, computer form, or winning form, and some others, the race goer pages in the various newspapers. But this particular publication, the winning form, you look at the first 5 horses in the time rating department and the times at the front of the page. They've got them all tight. Giambattista, Winter Waves, Lake Como, Ode to the Ocean, Pongola. Less than a length separating them on predicted times. But more about that just now, because we're going to look at Giambattista's last victory, and we're going to listen carefully to what Michael Roberts, Garth Puller and Byron Foster have to say.
Giambattista, Drogarotti had to be eased. Eddie the Mover. Midnight Caller, though, still has a length to spare. And now Richard Ferry says, let's go. And Giambattista's all over them. Here's Giambattista with a smart, sharp finish. Giambattista looking very impressive in victory by 3. Future of Energy second, Midnight Caller. Then came Hippocrates. Richard Ferry makes
Pongola's doing very well at home. I think he's a big runner, nicely drawn, and he's run well at Scottsville before. So, I think he's a contender.
High Velocity come into the race also a bit under sufferance. Probably distance suited, but probably prefers the Polly.
Son of Silk, another horse with a bit of a draw to overcome. His comeback run wasn't the worst run. He was coming off a break and he finished off. He got tired. He was expected to get tired that last bit. So if he's improved off that, we're hoping that he can run a better race. But I think he's just going to need some luck from the draw and hope there's some sort of pace for him to be running on late.
Lovely to hear the interviews and look at the reruns, and lovely to see, I think it was Spring Kiss in the background with Byron Foster, and being part of the show. Absolutely fantastic. Recent winner, Spring Kiss. But back to the sixth race, Raheel. Paul Matchett's brought 2 horses down to Hollywoodbets Scottsville, and both have got lively chances. And if he were to go home with 2 winners, I certainly wouldn't be shocked at all, because this horse, Ode to the Ocean, although she's the only filly in the race, which might put some people off, it might give others confidence. It just all depends how you look at things. She's come down in the rating from a 93 to a 70. She had a long break, and she changed stables, and she's been improving of late. She's coming back to her best form. She ran 4th to Red Bomber, a good 3rd to War Queen. That was up the Vaal straight, and the connections have always been of the opinion that she's better around the turn, and she's never been to Hollywoodbets Scottsville before. I think she's probably the horse to beat, but there are 1 or 2 others that could give her some cheek. Giambattista's going for 3 in a row. Gets Richard Ferry. Winter Waves is a 1-from-1 on the course. High Velocity, Quartet Place Chance. Pongola, you heard from Michael's a big runner, but I do believe that number 2, Ode to the Ocean, is the one that they have to fear the most.
Yeah, I like this filly a lot on Sunday. I think that she's a horse that they all need to set their sights on. She achieved the highest rating that's ever been achieved in this race here on a mark of 95, and as you mentioned, she's dropped down nicely. 5.5 lengths to Dave the King, 4 lengths to Red Bomber is good enough for me. I'm sold on those performances. From a 2 draw, it's the right type of race for. Last time out, she managed to find a feet late on in the day, and I thought she hit the line well enough to suggest that 1,400 meters will be ideal for her. She's gone over the distance once before, and that was in a penultimate start when running 4th behind Red Bomber, taking on the boys in what was quite a competitive graduation plate, a Class B contest, average rating of 85, and this is a Class D where the average rating is a 69, and she obviously goes on the track for the very first time, so that poses a different task for her and a question that she's got to answer, but I think she's capable of answering that question. She's run second over 1600 meters, so I don't believe that 1400 will be a concern at all. And from a true draw, I expect her to get the run of the race, and she should be in a good position. If she's good enough, I expect her to get the job done here. 3-1, her current price. She's going to be the top selection for me. Giambattista, we saw him winning on the poly track last time out. I think he's got a tougher task now. He's gone up 8 points for that victory. He's a 6-time winner. And Ode to the Ocean is a one-time winner only. But Giambattista, that 8 points could just have a grip. The handicapper may just have a grip on him. But if he happens to come through to win once again, then I don't think I'd be too shocked, but I think that 8-point penalty could just have his measure for now, and he could be one that you include. I think the horse that you must throw into those trifectas and quartets, this is a rocket in the race, number 5, Quick Star. Now he's an 8-year-old, he's the son of Oratorio, but his form over 1400 meters is quite decent. He's at 20 starts for 3 victories. His best form is arguably over 1400 meters. And I see that MJ Odendal is putting the blinkers back on. Daryl Daniels takes a ride, and he's on a mark of 66, the same mark that he was on when he won his latest outing on the 24th of May 2023. So he's a runner at 16-1 in the market that I think needs to go into trifectas and quartets. I'd even go as far as saying I'd throw him into those exacta positions, because I think he can run a nice race here. Putulicious, I think, is open to a lot of improvement. He's got 61 kgs on the back, but he could certainly make good inroads in this race over 1400 meters from a fairly decent draw. And then you've got the likes of Lake Como and Son of Silk. So that's race number 6. Warren and myself, we both like number 2, Ode to the Ocean. I think that this filly could be a tough nut to crack here with the form that she brings through from the Highveld. She's low on confidence. Her only win has come in KZN here at Hollywoodbets Greyville as a juvenile. If she finds her best form and manages to put her best foot forward, well, then I think that she could get the job done in race number 6.
It's Donovan Everett from Cape Racing, and I'd just like to say it's an absolute pleasure to be involved with Intrabet and Cape Breeders in this golf day today here at Pearl Valley. It's fantastic for the industry to see all the relevant stakeholders coming down and having a good time and networking, and it's exactly what the industry needs right now in terms of moving forward and recreating some positivity to take us forward into the next year.